Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Umevorach, Shabbat Shalom, Umevorach, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Umevorach, Shabbat Shalom,
Shabbat Shalom and welcome! We're back in the parking lot for our drive-in Shabbat, and we have more of our friends here. It's so nice to see all of you. I'm Rabbi Melinda Penkin,
I'm Cantor Wally Shackett Briskin.
and we're happy to welcome you to Temple Sherry Emeth. Tonight, we're trying something new. For those of you watching at home, you might notice there are words right here. I think I'm pointing in the right direction. This is a big experiment, so if you want to follow along, you can follow along on the screen. There are also PDFs available on our website for you to download for yourself. If you are here in your car, tune in to 95.1 WTSE, and you will be able to hear us. If you're in your cars and you hear us, honk if you love Shabbat.
Meep, meep.
Well, we have some Shabbat lovers here tonight. That's good. It is really nice that even though we are in the midst of craziness in our world, we can still figure out a way to be together and see each other's faces, whether we're online, whether we're on asphalt. It's all good. So settle in, take a deep breath. Hine ma tov hu ma'anaim. How beautiful, how truly wonderful it is that we can be together for Shabbat.
Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. 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 How good it is,
How good it is,
how sweet it is
how sweet it is
to be together on this day. How good it is,
how good it is,
how sweet it is
how sweet it is
to be together on this day. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Once more, hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad.
One day, a woman and her wife were walking down the streets of Manhattan together, and as usual, what surrounded them were the busy sounds of New York City. The honk. Come on, somebody's got a honk. Good. The honk of a taxi cab, the squeals of bus brakes, the ding of bike messenger bells, all of the talking around them. And after a few minutes of walking together, the woman turned to her wife and said, "Ugh, do you hear that?" The woman turned back to her wife and said, "Did I hear what?" She said, "Wow, did you hear that? And she said, no, all I hear is the honk of the taxi cab horns and the squeal of the bus brakes and the ding of the bike messengers and all the voices around us. So what's to hear? The woman turned to her wife and said, come with me. They walked to the end of the block. They waited for the light to change. They walked across a very wide avenue back down the other side of the street. And meanwhile, all they hear are the honks and the squeals and the dinging of the bells. And the woman pulls her wife up to a building. Underneath the window of a storefront is a window box. And the woman beckons her wife and says, come, look. Well, they get to the window box. They peer over the side, they look in, and the woman points to her wife and says, see that? And the wife says, see what? And she says, there, it's a cricket. Well, the woman stands back and looks at her wife and says, what? How could you have heard that cricket? We were on the other side of the street. All I could hear was honking and squealing and dinging and the voices around us, and you heard that cricket. The woman smiled and looked at her wife and said, watch this. She reached into her pocket, she pulled out a quarter, she held out her arm in front of her and dropped the quarter on the ground. The minute the quarter hit the pavement, with a little ping, everything stopped. There was no honking of taxi cabs, no squealing of bus brakes, no ding of bike messenger bells, no talking. Everyone turned to look at the quarter. The woman turned to her wife and said, you see, it all depends what you are listening for. In this week's Torah portion, we read the words of the Shema. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Listen, Israel, pay attention, hear that God is one. Our tradition has a central prayer that asks us to listen, to pay attention, to hear holiness in the universe all around us. And so as Shabbat arrives this week, I ask you, what do you hear and what are you listening for? If you are at home and you have your Shabbat candles, I invite you to take them out and join us in welcoming Shabbat and beginning to listen to all that it brings with it. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. If you have a glass of wine with you, raise it high in the air as we sing Kiddush to our Creator. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh zecher litziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen. L'chaim.
L'chaim. Let's read together. I begin with a prayer of gratitude for all that is holy in my life. God needs no words, no English or Hebrew, no semantics, and no services, but I need them. Through prayer, I can sense my inner strength, my inner purpose, my inner joy, my capacity to love. As I reach upward in prayer, I sense these qualities in my Creator. To love God is to love each other, to work to make our lives better. To love God is to love the world God created and to work to perfect it. To love God is to love dreams of peace and joy that illumine all of us and to bring that vision to life.
If you are able, please rise for our call to worship. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach. HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Together, as you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod, Malchuto le'olam, le'olam va'ed. Please be seated. We join together in the words found in every mezuzah. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'beitecha uv'lechtecha b'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam leot al yadecha והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Together, sing the song of men and women, joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come. The song of a land once ravaged by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace.
Yabba ba bim bim bam, yabba ba ba bim bam, yabba ba bim bim bam, yabba ba ba bim bam. Ay 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 ay, yabba ba ba bim bam. Ay 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 ay, yabba ba ba bim bam. Mi chamocha bailim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar bakodesh. Nora tehilot, oh seifel, Nora tehilot, oh seifel, Malechutecha rahu vanecha, Chokei hayam libnei Moshe uMiriam, Ze Eli anu ve'amru, Adonai meloch leolam va'ed. Yabba ba bim bim bam, yabba ba ba bim bam, yabba ba bim bim bam, yabba ba ba bim bam. Ay 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 ay, yabba ba ba bim bam. Ay 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 ay, yabba ba ba bim bam.
Together, give us a place to rest, Adonai our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadow of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim.
Open my eyes to truth, open my hands to give freely. Open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love. And again, open my eyes to truth, open my hands to give freely. Open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love. Please rise, Adonai, Sifatai Tiftach, Ufi Hagi Tehilatecha. Open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love. Open my heart to love. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei Hakol, Ve'zocher Chasdei Avot ve'imahot, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. Open my eyes to truth, open my hands to give freely, open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh ha-Shabbat. Open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love. Open my heart to love. Please be seated. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim le'olam. 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 Ki ata u'melech Adon lechol ha'shalom. Ki ata u'melech Adon lechol ha'shalom. Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim le'olam. V'tov b'einecha levarech et amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. ברוך אתה אדוני העושה השלום. רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. לעולם, טסים לעולם, טסים לעולם. We pause for a moment of silent prayer. Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri, V'goali, Yiru l'ratzon, Imrei fi, V'gon libi lefanecha. Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri, V'goali, V'goali.
We always take a moment in our service to say a prayer for those who are ill. And in this time of COVID-19, we remember that there are things that we can do to keep people healthy. We can wear masks, we can wash our hands, we can be aware of our distance between people. And as much as we do those things, we also add prayer to all that we do, because we pray that those who contract the virus will be able to recover fully and speedily. And we especially pray for those in our hospitals, everyone who works there, the doctors, the nurses, the custodians, the aides, everyone, that they remain safe and healthy and able to treat those who are sick. We also call to mind in our healing prayers this evening Edward and Linda Seal, Susan Lynn, Nika Mandelberg, Mary Owitz, Daniel Minerva, Amy Kravitz, Stephen Rice, Jordan Silverman, Vicki Miller, Nechama Leah, Karen Pine, Elliot Rudick, Jeffrey Katz, Ron Lieberman, Barbara Krantz, Yvette Ash, Louise Pulaski, Mildred Auerbach, Miriam Cohen, Leanne Hayone, Dauli Zhu, Feng Zhu, Chris Campasano, Chayabat Esther, Audrey Ludwig Sneeberg, Mirta Burston, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Bernard Schwartz, Stan Ruditz, Ruben Schubert, Maya Pine, Joyce Welkes, Grayson Shukovsky, Debbie Ben Ishti, Hugh Feibush, Martin Schiff, Barry Carlin, Paul Elkin, Faith Levy, Alice Schumann, Carol Pankin, Elsa Pine, Rocco Gallagher, Grace West, Barry Gray, Henry Diesenhaus, Bernard Robbins, Joel Shevick, Greg Weeder, Ben Meistrich, Richard Davis, George Cusick, Mike Sneeberg, Harriet Marcus, and Pamela Simon Schwartz. If there are others who could use our prayers of healing, I invite you to simply say their names aloud now. For those we've named, for those we haven't, and for those we name silently in our hearts. Misha Berach Avotenu V'Imotenu. May the one who blessed our ancestors bless all those who are ill. May their doctors and nurses be skillful and compassionate and safe and healthy. May those who care for them find support and comfort, and may they all be granted refuat hanefesh, refuat haguf, the complete healing of their bodies and spirits, as together we say, Amen.
May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mekor haberacha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Please rise for Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, latet gedula liotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kegoye ha'aratzot, velo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, vigor aleinu kechol hamonam. Vanachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz. Bayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad. Please be seated.
We take a moment now to remember those who have passed away, whether it was recently or in years past. We call them to mind, we hold their memory, we remember their legacy, and we let it continue to bless us. This evening, we recall those whose families are in the 7-day mourning period of Shiva. Alf Nilsson, the husband of Gloria, father of Michael and Adam, and father-in-law of Carrie and Anne. And we certainly hold in our hearts the memory of Representative John Lewis, the civil rights hero who taught us all to make good trouble and left us an important legacy of justice and equality. We recall those whose families are currently in the period of Shloshim, Evelyn Gross, and we remember a soldier who was killed in Iraq this past week, Sergeant Brian Cooper Mount. We recall those whose yahrzeit, the anniversary of their passing, falls this week: Daniel Alcon, Judy Arangino, Henry K. Berger, Saul Brownstein, Adam Cohen, Elsie Finkelstein, Donald Fox, Jeanette Frankenthaler, Sam Freeman, J. Ben Freeman, Jack Garson, Alan Goldberg, Irving Goldstein, Ann Minnie Horowitz, Herb Hugel, Mitchell Isayav, Joseph Jacobs, Harold Judovin, Fanny Julius, Judith Kaplan, Rosalind Nee, Rose Kornblue.
Harriet Koski, Morris Kramer, Lena Lautman, Ronald I. Lieberman, Nathan Lohman, Benjamin London, Robert Lustig, Lee Mergentime Jr., Morris Moskowitz, Ruth Rosemarin, William Ruff, Esther Silverman, Rudy Silverman, Sam Snyder, Lottie Spewak, Henry Stein, Jerome Trachtenberg, Henry Trott, Marshall Tuckman, Arlene Weinberg, Anita H. Werbo. And each week we call to mind 6 individuals who perished in the Holocaust: Menachem Amsterdami, Hirsch Eisenthal, Yedel Gutmann, Liuba Chorosh, Simcha Ort, Gittel Seuss.
Zichronam Levracha, may those who have touched our lives continue to bless us through the beauty of their memory. We rise now as a community for the words of the mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash Shemei Rabbah, Be'alma divrah chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, Be'chaye chon u'v'yomei chon, u'v'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehe Shemei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, V'yit hadar, v'yit aleh, v'yit halal, shemei dekudsha barichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehe shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom mimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May the source of peace send peace to those who mourn and comfort to those who are bereaved, as together we say, Amen.
Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Please be seated. We just want to take a moment to thank those who made donations to the synagogue this week. It is a lovely way to remember those who have passed and those we are remembering, and a lovely way to celebrate the blessings in life. Donations were made this week in memory of Michael Solomon, Evelyn Gross, Harriet Geisler, John Lewis, Make Good Trouble, Adam Cohen, Stacy Karp, and Michael Brooks. Donations were made for the yard site of Morris Moskowitz, Irving Goldstein, Judith Kaplan, Bruce Penkin, Ronald I. Lieberman, Jerome Trachtenberg, Rosalind Nee, Ruth Rosemarin, Sam Snyder, Lillian Anderman, Elsie Finkelstein, J. Ben Friedman, and Ronald Schwartz, Saul Brownstein, Alan Goldberg, and Henry Trott. Donations were made in honor of the bat mitzvah of Bianca Reisoff, really I should say the Zoom mitzvah of Bianca Reisoff, and for the complete and speedy recovery of Erwin Lieberman and Sue Lynn, and in appreciation of the clergy. Congratulations, we had a baby this week, not us, but our community. Welcome to new baby to the community. And so congratulations to Kayla and Jared Soren on the birth of their son Asher. Asher is the baby brother of Blake and Olivia, and he's super cute. I've seen pictures. So just a few reminders of things that are coming up. First of all, tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., Torah study. If you want to join us, just send me an email or check in with Audrey or check in with the synagogue, and we're happy to give you all the passwords you need to join us. And Torah study continues again on Wednesday at 11. You don't have to know Hebrew. You don't have to know anything about Jewish text. You just want to have a good discussion with some nice people. Friday next week, 6:30, we return to Shabbat on Zoom, and it is S'mores Shabbat. Who likes s'mores? Thank you to the one car that beeped. If you like s'mores and you would like a s'mores package, make sure to sign up before Monday on the temple website. We will have our elves working hard over the weekend, not on Shabbat, of course. And then on Monday, all of our s'mores will be packed and ready for you to pick up Friday afternoon so you can take them home, enjoy services, and then have some sweet fun afterwards.
I want some more.
Pick up your official TSE s'mores kit, available for a limited time only. We are very excited that on August 12th, we're going to begin a 4-week series called Scholars in Their Residences. Isn't that cute? Isn't that funny? Scholars in Their Residence, get it? Okay. August 12th, we will begin with Wednesdays at 7:30. Rabbi Larry Hoffman will be talking about Unatana Tokef. You know that really scary prayer in Yom Kippur, who shall live and who shall die, who by fire, who by water? He's going to help unpack that for us and understand it. On the 19th at 7:30, we're going to be joined by Eliezer Diamond, and he's going to talk about Kol Nidre and the power of words. On the 26th of August at 10 in the morning, because she's joining us from Israel, is Rabbi Dahlia Marks, and she's going to explore confessions in Judaism. Did you know that we have confession? Well, we do, so come learn about it. And then on the 2nd of September, Rabbi Aviva Richman is going to take us through how do we recreate the world. These are incredible scholars. We are so excited to be joining with 9 congregations in the area. So you'll see your friends from Beth Shalom and Marlborough Jewish Center and all over Monmouth County, and we'll get a chance to study together. We'll also be having a special family program. It's called Rock Into the New Year with Rebecca Schofer, who teaches leads a phenomenal Shabbat experience for children 2nd grade and under at the 92nd Street Y in New York City, and she's going to be joining us. And I also have to tell you, we are coming up with a great lifelong learning program for this winter. We're going to take you traveling to Israel and Portugal and Prague and New York City, all in your house. We're going to have people teaching you how to bake. We are going to have Ambassador Daniel Shapiro joining us again. We are having Anat Hoffman join us from Israel as well to talk about the work of the Israel Religious Action Center. A lot of great things coming your way, so please keep your eyes open. With all of these programs, they are for the members of our congregation, but if you know of people who would be interested, please feel free to pass on the information and invite them to join us as well. And finally, a thank you to Stuart and Martine for setting everything up for Cantor, for making sure that our sound always works, to Cohen and Son over here, the latest video tech firm in the country, and to all of you for coming out and trying something crazy. It's really nice to see everyone.
Shall we bless some bread?
Let's bless some bread.
Indeed. If you have bread with you, raise it up high. We're going to sing Motzi. And here we go. Ha-motzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our prayer is joyfully said. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz, b'tei avon. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei Tevel ve'imru
final blessing. The Religious Action Center New Jersey is kicking off. We finally have a staff person just to work on advocacy in New Jersey. And on August 6th in the evening, they're going to have a big Zoom celebration with phenomenal speakers. Rabbi Jonah Pesner, the head of the Religious Action Center, coming to us from Washington, D.C., Reverend Boyer, and a couple of other wonderful speakers. So sign up and join. We're number 3 leading in people who have signed up and congregations who have signed up, and I'm a little bit competitive. So help me. Let's beat the other congregations and show up with the largest number, okay? It's a simple thing. Thank you. Thanks to the horn section in the back. You're very cheeky. So if you are with people you love, reach out and put an arm around them. If you are by yourself, put a hand on your heart and let's bless one another. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May you be blessed. May you be safe. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May you be luminous. May you be loved. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May you be joyous. May you be healthy. May you be whole. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Hey!
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Hey!
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Hey!
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. We'll keep singing while you exit. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Eivenu shalom alechem, alechem eivenu shalom. Shubidua dua, eivenu shalom alechem, alechem eivenu shalom. Hine ma tovu manayim shever achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shever achim gam yachad. Oh baby, heivenu shalom alechem, alechem heivenu shalom.
How are you? Good to see you.
Heivenu shalom
Shabbat
alechem,
I heard we got like 30 people.
alechem
Good job.
heivenu shalom. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov,
Shabbat shalom.
umanayim shever achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov umanayim shever achim gam yachad. Oh baby, heivenu shalom alechem, alechem heivenu shalom.
How are you? Bye.
Heivenu shalom alechem,
Ooh. Ah.
alechem heivenu, alechem heivenu, alechem heivenu shalom. Od yishama be'arei Yehuda, u'bechutzot, u'bechutzot Yerushalayim. Ba ba da ba ba ba. Od
The podcast are coming soon. Did you
yishama
sign up?
בהרי יהודה ובחוצות ירושלים כל ששון וכל שמחה כל חתן וכל כלה כל ששון וכל שמחה כל חתן וכל כלה la 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 העולם כולו יש צר מאוד יש צר מאוד יש צר מאוד כל העולם כולו יש צר מאוד יש צר מאוד והעיקר לא לפחד לא לפחד כלל והעיקר לא לפחד כלל la 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 כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד גשר צר מאוד גשר צר מאוד כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד גשר צר מאוד והעיקר לא לפחד לא לפחד כלל והעיקר לא לפחד כלל יא לה 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 יא לה 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 יא לה 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 yeah 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 when I reach out to you and you to me we become B'Tselem Elohim yeah 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 all of our hopes and our dreams each one of us B'Tselem Elohim we all got a life to live we all got a gift to give just open up your heart and let it out we all got a song to sing we all got a diamond ring just open up your heart and let it out yeah when I reach out to you and you to me we become B'Tselem Elohim all of our hopes and our dreams each one of us B'Tselem Elohim Bereshit bara Elohim Bereshit bara Elohim Bereshit bara Elohim all our hopes, all our dreams, Bereshit bara Elohim, each one of us, B'Tselem Elohim, Bereshit bara Elohim, all our hopes, all our dreams, Bereshit bara Elohim, all our hopes, B'Tselem Elohim. Yeah, yeah, when I reach we become B'Tselem Elohim. All of our hopes and our dreams, each one of us B'Tselem Elohim. Each one of us B'Tselem Elohim. Each one of us B'Tselem Elohim. Oh, leave him wanting more.
Freebird!
Union rules, I'm sorry.
Freebird!
Awesome.